The boost pipe has blown on my Freelander. I'm going to show you how I diagnosed it on my car. You can hear like this humming whistle. I'm going to show you how to fit a brand new pipe if you want to do it yourself at home. When out driving, I could just tell something wasn't quite right. There was a few things that I noticed. So one of the biggest telltale signs I've noticed is when I accelerate and the turbo's spooling up, you can hear like this humming whistle, like a whooshing noise. I'll try and get it now. Almost sounds like a bit too much excess air's passing over the front of the car. The other thing, the engine management light has come on. As soon as we get back to the unit, I'll plug in the diagnostic machine so I can show you exactly which codes have come up.
And let's not forget the big cloud of black smoke.
So just plugged into the diagnostic machine. It's going to give us the codes for what that engine management light has come up with. So I've got a few codes come up. I've got the mass airflow, oxygen circuit, oxygen sensor, speed control, turbo under boost, and then some diesel intake airflow. So they're not good. So if any of these codes come up on your car, good idea to have a look at that boost pipe, see if that's the cause. There's a few checks you can do under the bonnet to see exactly what's going wrong with this boost pipe. I'll show you what I looked at now.
I had a good look at the engine bay for anything out of the ordinary, and I noticed there was oil all over the fan. I then saw a split in the boost pipe. This has been spitting oil all over that cooling fan.
So I've shown you how I diagnosed this car. Now I'm going to show you the nice shiny new pipes. These are some lovely new upgraded silicone pipes I'm going to fit. I'm going to replace those old grubby knackered ones with these. This is actually the pipe on the vehicle that is split, but I'm going to replace both sides of it because why not? The old girl loves to be treated. So let me now show you exactly how we're going to do that.
With age and with the fact that the boost pipes expand and contract every time you let on and off the accelerator, combine that with a fine mist of oil, these pipes can split. The new pipe is a lot more reinforced and should last a lot longer.
Because we are changing the bigger hose, we are going to remove the bumper. It's going to make it a little bit easier, but more than anything, it's going to give you a better view of what's going on. If you're changing just a small boost pipe, you haven't got to do this step. Bear with us because it will make sense when we've finished. So the first thing we need to do after we've got the car safely jacked up is remove the under tray. Four 10mm that are on the top here. Next I'm going to take the screws that are in the wheel arch liner. Should have one around about here, and there's a couple underneath that we'll get out in a minute. So carrying on with the wheel arch liner, I'm going to remove this one and this one. With that lower section of trim out, I'm just going to pull the wheel arch liner forward and out the way because there's a hidden bolt up here that you've got to get to. So the hidden one is just this one here. You've got to get to it from underneath. So you've got to pull the wheel arch liner out the way, and it's exactly the same on the other side. Two more bolts to take out, one here and then another one just here. There is one last bolt and it's hiding just behind the headlight. So we do need to remove these, but they are very, very easy. There's only two bolts here and a couple of clips that hold it in place. I'm going to remove that now. Headlights out, and you can just see in here the last sneaky little bolt. That's the last one we need to get out on this side, and then we've got to do exactly the same on the other side. Just going to get the headlight out the way. It's just this electrical connector here. This side had this lovely little release tab. Just pop it out, pull it up, releases it out of the latch over here, and then you can pull it out of place, disconnect the plug. Front bumper's now ready to come off. It's just going to be pulled out of its clips. Once we have moved it forward, you have got to be careful, because if you've got front headlight washers, fog lights and parking sensors, there will be pipes and connectors underneath. So when we pull it forward, we will have to just gently disconnect them before the bumper can be fully removed. These are the pipes and connectors I was on about. Just going to gently remove them and we can get the bumper completely out the way. Had to take all the bumper off just to get to that Jubilee clip there. So I'm only going to remove the top Jubilee clip on this pipe, and I'll also remove this Jubilee clip on the intercooler pipe. I've loosened the Jubilee clip that's in the middle here as well, and now I can get the pipe out. Whoa, that's the top section of the pipe, where you can see the big split. So the very last thing we've got to do before we can get the other part of the pipe out is there's just a tiny little hanger bracket here, and there's a little 20mm Torx just up there, which is going to be a bit of a pain to get out. And there it is. So we've got the nice new ones that we're going to put on, but before we do that, we're just going to place the pipes next to each other, make sure everything measures up nicely. So these new pipes are ever so slightly bigger, but that's not going to be a problem, because it just means we can push them down onto the plastic coupling that little bit further, which then means once it's on slightly further, we've got the Jubilee clamping, it would just hold it that touch better, and that's going to be the same both sides.
Whilst Joe gives his big oily pipe a clean on the desk, pipe that's quite clearly seen more action than my gym membership, why not join us on this journey from the very beginning? Hit that like button, hit subscribe for more content just like this.
Just mocking it up. Going to have to disconnect it anyway before we put it in, but just getting it lined up thereabouts. Looks pretty good. Now I've got the new pipes all set up, I'm going to refit everything just in the reverse order to how I took it off.
So Joe soldiered on, putting everything back on the car just in reverse order. Pretty simple, right? Well, yes and no. Rolling around on the gravel and quickly losing daylight, this took a little bit longer. So if you're going to do this yourself at home, would highly recommend doing it in a well-lit area. It will save you having to get the head torch out, and it'll also save your neighbours having to listen to a load of blue language. Split boost pipes on the Freelander is quite a common issue. Have you ever had one go on yours? Did you fix it yourself? Would you give it a go yourself? Drop us a comment and let us know.
So we ran out of daylight yesterday to show you the finished install. So let me take you in here and you can see the pipes now they're fitted. Last thing to do is clear those engine management lights and then we can take it for a drive. So the codes are all clear, engine management lights off. We can take it for one last test drive and then that's it, job done. So this is driving so much better than it did before. These uprated pipes, brilliant. It was awful the way it was driving. It was so sluggish, that horrible whooshing noise. This is fantastic. Really, really happy with the way it's turned out. No more big black plumes of smoke. And the engine management light stayed off. So I'm going to put that down as a win. So if any of you wonder where Will's been for this video, the kind, gentle soul he is, opted to be cameraman. Do you want to say hello, Will? He's just been here the whole time slugging back road beers.
Can we get a kebab?
Yes, yes, now we're talking.